New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on 5 federal charges. We have the latest.
Hurricane Helene is set to make landfall tonight. We'll take a look at how the states in its path are preparing.
The city of Denton is kicking off its 31 days of Halloween here on the square. Stay tuned.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Marshall Farmer.
And I'm Grace Grimes. The mayor of New York City was indicted today on several criminal charges after federal prosecutors said he took bribes from foreign countries for years. Eric Adams is accused of conspiring with the government of Turkey to get illegal campaign contributions. Adams is accused of acting on Turkey's behalf in exchange. Prosecutors say these illegal activities date back 10 years, well before Adams became mayor. He strongly denied doing anything wrong during a press conference this morning.
Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal. And even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him.
This is not surprising to us at all. The actions that have unfolded over the last 10 months, the leaks, the commentary, the demonizing, this did not surprise us that we reached this day.
Adams is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow. He is expected to plead not guilty.
Today, President Biden signed an executive order to help with gun violence prevention and to improve shooter drills at schools. The order will also crack down on 3D printed guns. For how that affects local school districts, we have Ian Balderas with more information.
Thanks, Marshall. This executive order will affect school districts throughout the nation like Denton ISD. It comes after deadly school shootings in Georgia and Alabama earlier this month. The Biden administration has made gun control a top priority of theirs. This executive order directs the Secretary of Education and several other federal agencies to provide more information to K-12 schools on how to conduct active shooter drills. It also aims to fix the lack of resources schools have for the drills, as well as to address parent anxiety over these traumatic drills. Another measure of this order is to restrict 3D printed guns and guns without serial numbers. The Harris-Walz campaign has also made gun control legislation a priority of theirs. That's all I have for you today. Back to you.
Thanks, Ian. Marshall, I finally got to wear a sweatshirt this morning for the first time since last semester.
Really, because it's been warming up a lot this afternoon as well, and hopefully that can hold. Let's hand it over to Aaron Erie to see what the rest of the evening is going to look like.
Absolutely right, Marshall. It is a little bit warmer this afternoon, and our current conditions are at 84 degrees. It's going to be clear for the next 24 hours, but tomorrow the weather is going to dip into the high 60s. It'll be 69 all night and clear, but then tomorrow it warms back up, and it's going to be 87, but the wind speed coming out of the north at 11 miles per hour is going to make it feel like it's a little bit cooler at 85 degrees. That's all I have for you for First Look. Back to you both at the desk.
Thanks, Aaron. Hurricane Helene is projected to make landfall this evening along Florida's Gulf Coast. It gained strength late this afternoon as a Category 4 storm. It's one of the largest hurricanes in recent memory to come out of the Gulf of Mexico. CNN's Michael Yoshida has the latest.
Every minute that goes by brings us closer to having conditions that are going to be simply too dangerous to navigate.
The National Weather Service is using another term, unsurvivable. When it comes to the storm surge, Helene is expected to unleash on parts of the Florida coast in the coming hours.
If it's 20 feet like they're saying, it's going to change the landscape in Franklin County, I can assure you that.
Franklin and Taylor counties are in Helene's expected landfall zone, but for much of Florida's Gulf Coast, mandatory evacuations have been in place since Wednesday. with state and local officials imploring residents to leave while you can.
Some people have made decisions that that they're going to hunker down, even though they were requested to leave.
Regardless of that, the governor says rescue crews are standing by.
If there's people that are going to be in distress, we're going to be there to be able to assist in those efforts.
Their message now, survival.
If you hear trees snapping around your home, treat it like a tornado. Get to an interior portion of your home, get as low as you can.
And silence, officials warn, doesn't mean safe.
What that actually means is you're in the eye of the hurricane. All right? Do not go out and survey damage.
An eye that could be up to 50 miles wide, with more catastrophic conditions less than an hour behind it. Helene is expected to roar up the southeastern U.S., with impacts felt as far north as D.C. in the days ahead. Right now, along with Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia are under a state of emergency. In Steinhatchee, Florida, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
As of today, more than 100,000 homes and businesses in Florida have already lost power, and more are expected throughout the night. But state leaders say they are prepared to fully restore the lines within a few days.
An update on yesterday's pool warehouse fire that could be seen from miles away in Frisco. Today, hospital officials released 10 police officers and firefighters who were hospitalized overnight. The Frisco Fire Department said the fire was likely the cause of a chemical reaction that involved pool salts and chlorine tablets. It most likely started on a pallet outside the warehouse that spread to a truck and then to the warehouse. Some of these symptoms the first responders experienced were itchy eyes, skin irritation, inhalation issues, and difficulty breathing. Stay with us. Up next, a story on how DFW counties are working to verify voters in the time for the election.
And an update on Hurricane Helene and why you should be concerned.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
As the 2024 election draws closer, poll workers in the DFW area are seeing a surge of voter intimidation, which is causing some concern. Our live shot reporter, Melanie Garcia, is live at the Gateway Center on campus with the details. Melanie?
With the election only being 40 days away, North Texas counties are working around the clock to verify thousands of voter registrations in time for November. But there seems to be one problem making their jobs more difficult. True the Vote, a conservative nonprofit based in Houston that peddles what many describe as baseless theories about election fraud. True the Vote has led the charges to clean the voter rolls with a smartphone app which invites people to compare voter rolls to other publicly available data. Here in Denton County, True the Vote members were responsible for 17,000 voter registration challenges. These challenges counter the election staff who regularly updated the voter rolls. Some consider these big voter registration challenges to be a form of voter intimidation. In Georgia, a voting rights group sued True the Vote, alleging the organization violated the Voting Rights Act for challenging hundreds of thousands of voter registrations. Here in Texas, the rules say anybody who files a challenge against a person must have personal knowledge about that person that they are challenging. But elections officials say that these rules can be confusing. That's all I have today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Melanie. Senate Democrats are investing millions of dollars in an effort to unseat Senator Ted Cruz. This investment comes in the form of TV ads showcasing Democratic candidate Colin Allred. The 2024 Texas Senate race is becoming one of the most expensive races in the history of the state. Recent polls show Allred is ahead by 1 point. The last time a Democrat occupied a statewide office was in 1994, over 30 years ago.
You know, Grace, it was cooler this morning, which was a pleasant surprise, don't get me wrong, but will that weather actually hold later in the week?
There's only one way to find out. Let's take it over to our weather anchor, Aaron Erie. Aaron, do you have some answers for us?
I certainly do, Grace. As we saw before, it is a little bit warmer today. Taking a look across North Texas, it's in the lower 80s, but Paris and Sulphur Springs are going to be on the lower end of that at 81 and 82. Taking a look across the state, it's going to be warmest in El Paso at 92, but the northern region of Texas does keep it a little bit warmer. Austin and Houston are both at 86, Amarillo's at 86, and Denton's at 84. Going on to our 7-day forecast, we're going to have clear skies for the most part throughout the week. Saturday and Sunday do bring in just a little bit of the clouds. We'll touch 90 on Tuesday, but we can really see that fall weather coming in our lows, where we're only between 59 and 63. We have a very low chance of rain as of this point, but unfortunately the case is not so for the rest of the East Coast.
We've been talking a lot about Hurricane Helene as we get ready for it to make landfall this afternoon. This is not the first hurricane we've seen this year, but the warnings have been increasingly severe. Can you please explain to us, why is that?
Simply put, the flooding that Helene is expected to bring could be the worst that this region has seen in more than 100 years. That, combined with extremely high wind gusts, could widespread damage in several states. As Helene moves up the East Coast, there is a likelihood that it will cause flooding in Atlanta and Asheville, and that's why officials in many of these areas are urging people to evacuate. They're worried the hurricane could cause a lot of deaths or injuries when it hits the southeastern U.S. in the next couple of days.
Thanks, Aaron. Grace, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty hungry. I'm ready to eat after this show. I'm for sure going to need something to eat.
Well, Marshall, you are in luck because our Denton Eats segment anchor, Grace Esquivel, has a list of the best places to eat in Denton. Grace?
Grace, for 31 years, the Denton Record Chronicle has released the Best of Denton winners, and the time has come for the 2024 list. The Best of Denton Eats are split into 32 different categories, ranging from breakfast tacos to romantic restaurants. As a slightly broke college student, I was excited to see the winner of the affordable category was El Taco H, a taco shop located in the square known for their authentic Mexican street tacos. If you are interested in enjoying this nice fall weather and grabbing a bite to eat outside, the Pickled Carrot, a Vietnamese cuisine restaurant on wheels, was voted the best food truck. For coffee connoisseurs, the Jupiter House is the victor of Best Coffee House. The full list of winners and finalists can be found on the Denton Record Chronicle website. That's all I have for Denton Eats. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Grace. Coming up, see how the city of Denton is preparing for its 31 Days of Halloween event.
And catch our final part in ntTV's exclusive interview with UNT's new president. Stay with us.
Union parking garage. Today we're going to be going over how to drive safely in the parking garage. Let's go see. Oh my god! Oh my god! This girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay?
Did you see that lady hit me with a car?
Yeah, we did. I got it all on video.
Oh my god.
Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that.
Yeah, not the hospital.
Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our Mean Green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
Marshall, I love Halloween, and I am so excited because I heard Denton has some big plans for spooky season.
You know, I've heard the same thing, Grace, but I don't know much about what's in store. But our live reporter Alexandria Teeters is at the downtown Denton Square with a look at the scares that the city of Denton has prepared.
Hey guys, the city of Denton is going all out this year for Halloween. As you can see behind me, we've already got some pumpkins in the trees, and they're hosting a variety of fun and spooky events for you and your family to enjoy. There are activities for the whole family, such as scary story times and movie nights, and for those of y'all who love a good fright, you can attend one of their many haunted houses. Some of these events are fully free to attend, so keep an eye out for some free Halloween fun. All of these celebrations will take place in October throughout Denton, so go to discoverdenton.com for any more details. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Alexandria. Today, UNT's new president had what might have been the cutest meeting since he took the job. Harrison Keller got to meet our familiar furry friend, Clover, who happens to be UNT's new emotional support animal. Clover is also working with the UNT Police Department here on campus. She is expected to debut here on campus during homecoming week. We wish Clover the best of luck on her journey to becoming a K-9 officer.
And while President Keller spent some time with Clover, what would you ask Keller if you had the opportunity to speak with him one-on-one? Our news director, Avery Cowan, sat down with him and asked, what would you say to reassure students that they're in good hands?
And so if I represent the entire
series, which has been airing, sorry. So far, Callens has asked him about his goals, decision-making process, and leadership style. Today, we asked Keller what he has to say to the student body as he embarks on his presidential journey.
And so if I represent the entire student body right now, what would you like to say to me as the new president?
We are committed to your success from your time here at UNT and into your career. And that commitment to your success means not just a commitment to getting you through your program, but to making sure that you're going to be prepared for a good job You're going to be prepared for a meaningful career and a healthy and productive life.
This segment concludes our Meet the President series. You can watch each part of our Facebook, Vimeo, and YouTube pages.
If you've ever been a student at UNT, you would know that the fine arts are a big deal in the Denton area. Right now, the Denton Campus Theater is thrilling audiences with its production of Grease. Paisley McGee has the details on this new performance. Paisley?
If you find yourself bored this week, Theater Denton has the solution to your troubles with its production of Grease. ntTV's Marissa Bender got the chance to see this fantastic show and got a behind-the-scenes look at this classic production. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Marissa Bender, and I'm here at the Theater of Denton, where I get a behind-the-scenes look at their upcoming production of Grease, playing through September 20th through October 6th.
My name is Kristen Ray Deal, and I am one of the directors for Grease, the musical here at the Campus Theater. So this is my third show to direct here at Theater Denton, and I am a school teacher, and I direct about 3 shows a year there. And I also have been doing theater as an actor, performer, technician, director ever since I can remember. Grease is a show that has often been scrutinized because people think it is about a woman who changes herself for a man. So we have taken the show and given her back her power so that she changes herself for herself and not for someone else. Now, we didn't change the script, but we just looked at the script from a different angle.
I am the costumer for Grease for Theater Denton. I think working with the actors themselves, they're just a great bunch of people, and working with Kristen, she had ideas of what she wanted in the show, and I worked really hard to bring it to life. I think when you see Grease Lightning, you're going to see a totally different element, and I'm not going to go into that because it's a surprise, but it's just been a lot of work, and I have a team that helps me. I don't do it all by myself, and it's just fun, and I love period work. The music will just knock the socks off of you. You can't sit still and listen to the music. The actors have gorgeous voices, and the set is just amazing.
Theater Denton will offer evening and matinee performances for Grease starting now until Sunday, October 6th. That gives you a little over a week to add it to your schedule before it leaves the theaters. For more information, go to theaterdenton.com. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Paisley. Now, I know plenty of students across campus are excited for some mean green action on a football field this Saturday. Grace, are you excited for the big game?
You know, I do enjoy some mean green football. However, I honestly am more excited for the Dachshund race. Let's take it over to our sports anchor, Annie Tomlin, for more information about this exciting weekend.
Thanks, guys. UNT is feeling pretty lucky after a great weekend for both tennis and football. The Mean Green dominated at home and continue to keep fans excited for the season to come. And are Dogs really going to be at this Saturday's football game? Let's see why after the break.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See, here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
It was a great opening weekend for UNT tennis. North Texas came out undefeated for doubles in the Diving Eagle tournament hosted at home. Head coach Amanda Stone said, "We've been working hard this fall, adding things to our games in both doubles and singles, and we were able to execute that under pressure." If Stone wasn't already proud enough, junior Gianna Pilot won her first round matchup at the ITA All-American tournament, where she'll be advancing to round of 64. Pilot is the first to win the first round since 2018 and is an outstanding representation here at UNT. Last Saturday, UNT football shut down Wyoming 44-17 here at Jack Hughes Stadium. Quarterback Chandler Morris had completed 28 out of his 41 pass attempts for 305 yards and 2 touchdowns. Another star of the game was junior running back Shane Porter, who made his first start at UNT against Wyoming, and he did not disappoint. Porter had an excellent debut, rushing 120 yards on 13 carries. UNT has a lot to look forward to, the depth of the running back after the position losing the starters to injury. This Saturday, your Mean Green football kicks off conference play hosting Tulsa. If you need any incentive to attend this weekend's game, there's going to be a special halftime performance to look forward to. The Dachshund Derby is making an appearance on the field with its 8 finalists. Fans were able to vote on these finalists and are looking forward to seeing the best Dachshund win. If you are a fan of dogs and football, then this is going to be an exciting game. That's all in sports for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Annie. There is some happy news at a zoo in Kentucky where a brand new family is already creating some strong bonds.
The Louisville Zoo just introduced a 1.5-year-old gorilla named Abeo. She was actually born at a zoo in Seattle, but her birth mom failed to bond with her. A foster mom there also did not bond with Abeo. So officials turned to Louisville, who found an adult gorilla named Quelly, who is now acting as Abeo's mom. The mom and the baby are now on an exhibit there and appear to be very happy.
Thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again next week here on North Texas Television.